All right, I will go ahead and call to order this meeting of the Missoula Board of County Commissioners on January 24th, 2019. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any public announcements?
So just a heads up to anyone who's watching TV out there, we have met with staff, and in light of the current federal government partial shutdown, we are in the process of hopefully launching a virtual resource fair, if you will, that will make available and publicized to the general public, and particularly federal workers or federal contractors who are out of work, resources in the community that might be able to help. So that is forthcoming.
Thank you, and thanks for spearheading that effort, Dave. Any others? Any public comment on items not on today's agenda? All right, seeing none. Our current claims list is claims received as of January 3rd to January 16th, 2019 by the Commissioner's Office, and they total $1,992,819.26. As always, you can go on our website and go to our agendas and click on that and see all of the various claims that add up to that total. Today we have one hearing on the cash family transfer, and I will open that hearing with a staff report by Lauren Miller.
Thank you, Commissioners. For the record, Lauren Miller with CAP's office. Pearl Cash was approved to transfer a 40-acre parcel to her husband, Robert Brew, on November 1st of 2018. The primary purpose for this family transfer was to refinance a loan on the property for future estate planning purposes. The tract is shown here. It's located just west of 9 Mile Road. At the hearing in November, the applicant's representative, Alan McCormick, noted that in order to meet those refinancing obligations, that Pearl Cash, the applicant would need to be added back onto the deed of that transferred parcel. The remaining 104 acres will remain in ownership by Pearl Cash herself. Just as a reminder, this is what was approved back in November to be transferred. Subdivision exemptions requirements for family transfers require that the recipient retain ownership of the parcel for 2 years from the date that the parcel is created. Exceptions to the requirement are only permitted through governing body approval in instances where the applicant is able to document financial hardship, divorce, adding additional owners to the deed, and estate planning. Today, the applicants are requesting to first add Pearl Cash back onto the transferred tract as joint tenants to complete the refinancing. They will eventually then convey the parcel to Wild Rose Ranch MT LLP, which is owned solely by Robert Brew and Pearl Cash to complete the estate planning process. So staff is recommending that the request that the Cash family transferred 2-year holding period be waived and is subject to the condition that the parcel may not be conveyed to any other person or entity other than Pearl Cash, Robert Brew, and Wild Rose Ranch MT LLP during the 2-year holding period. That concludes my staff report. Thank you.
Thanks. Did the applicants want to speak, or the applicant's representative?
Alan McCormick, Arlington, Lana Robinson, representing Bob Brew and Pearl Cash. Lauren has done a more than adequate job of explaining the situation, and Bob Brew is with me in case you have any questions, but other than that, I'll leave it at that.
Anyone have any questions for Lauren or?
No questions. I have a motion. This is pretty straightforward, and I think we're on track for a record-breaking time to get through public meeting. So I would go ahead and make the motion that we waive the Cash family transfer 2-year holding period subject to the condition that the parcel may not be conveyed to any other person or entity other than Pearl Cash, Robert Brew, and Wild Rose Ranch, Montana LLP during the 2-year holding period.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. All right, motion passes. Thank you. And you've a very creative attorney, so this has been an interesting process. So thanks. Is there any other business to come before the commission? All right, with that, we will adjourn.